Joe Hopkins here, and I'm here to doing a video today. I'm here in my house. I'm here in my studio. Of course I'm here. Jesus, where the hell else would I be? But anyway, I'm talking to you about this show, Stranger Things, right? Now, if it looks like I'm wearing the same shirt as I did in the last video, Selena, yes, Como la Flor, 1992, right? Yeah, it's because I am wearing the same shirt. I am. Because if you want to see my last video, I did a beer review, right? Samuel Adams Summer Ale. And I finished the 6-pack while watching Stranger Things. I started watching Stranger Things because this is a music channel. I'm into music, and somehow Stranger Things has pushed Kate Bush and Metallica into Spotify's top 10. All right. So songs that came out, oh my God, what? 25 plus years ago. No, wait, 25, 35. Jesus. Okay, a long damn time ago. This show has pushed them into the top 10 on Spotify. So I'm like, okay, I should watch the show, right? To start off, because I should talk about it. Why? Because I'm vlogging. This is what's called vlogging, where I turn on the camera and talk about shit. Yes, I'm half in the bag. But, you know, like I said, when you're watching this, understand the beer review that came out 2 days before this video was recorded a little while ago, and I just finished the beer. So, yeah, but anyway, I was sitting there drinking the beer, watching the show, and I was thinking, okay, first of all, from a musical standpoint, this is a music channel. Okay, for people my age, this is nostalgic. For people younger, for any of you out there that are younger, you're like discovering 80s music. And damn, didn't they pick the best 80s music, okay? I've only watched the first 2 episodes so far. The first 2 episodes of the first season. I'm starting at the beginning, right? I know it's the end of the whole thing that featured Kate Bush and Metallica and all that, but just from the beginning, I mean, we're getting Africa by Toto, Hazy Shade of Winter by the Bangles, The Clash, Should I Stay or Should I Go, Modern English. I mean, we're getting some of the damn best music of the 80s. And it's a really good place for young people to hear this and go, man, that's good, right? Because it is. For me, it's the best of my childhood. And for younger people, it's an introduction to something that maybe they haven't heard before, but is really damn good. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a lot of crap in the 80s. Same as now, same as always. But whoever put this show together, man, they picked the best of the 80s to put on here. And that is the truth. And that synthwave soundtrack they got going on feels so right. Like the first episodes, these are taking place in 1983. And they got this synthwave soundtrack that I'm sure everybody's heard. I've heard the intro to it before, but you know, I'm only just watching it now. I wanted to wait until they were done. Everybody was raving about it, but I don't want to start watching it and then get really into it and have to wait for the next season. So I think it's done. They did like 4 seasons so far. I think it's done. Anyway, I'm starting to watch it now. I love the synthwave soundtrack. It is so cool, right? But I wanted to talk about why Stranger Things is doing this well, why it's so big, in my opinion. Well, this isn't just my opinion. I recognize it. All right? Along with being a musician, I'm into film, I'm into television, you know, the visual arts, that kind of thing. And I get why it's doing this well. It's because this show really gets people. You have three separate groups of people here. You have the kids, you have the teenagers, and you have the adults. And the way they portray each really, really nails it. And yes, a lot of really freaky supernatural things are happening, but they nail the people groups. They nail the people. Everybody in their heart, as adults, even as adults, we're still those kids. You know, the little children that are so sure of certain things and so unsure of the world in general. We're all still that. We still get it. We remember what it was like to be 10, 12, 14, you know, kids. And to be so sure of ourselves, but to be absolutely, you know, dead certain that we don't really know anything also. Like we're certain we know shit, but so confused about the world. And they totally got it. And that being a teenager where you're just really, it's really sinking in that you have no idea what you're doing, but you're doing it with confidence. And they get that. And they get the adult paradigm of having to project that you know what you're doing while really at this point in your life grasping that you have no clue whatsoever. It's funny how when you're a little kid, and I see it in my kid, the confidence, the total surety that you know what's going on, even though you don't know what's going on. And I remember being a kid and really being confident in that way. While it's funny, you know that you don't know shit, but you're totally confident in the things that you know, even though looking back, you didn't know any of it. And then being a teenager where you still have a measure of that confidence, but it's really starting to sink in that you don't know jack, and you have that insecurity about it, so you front. And then the adulthood where we really recognize that we have no idea what we're doing, but we have to project that we do. And they really got all three of those really well. And I think that, more than anything else, is what makes this show what it is. It's why it's a big hit. Because, dude, most of the people watching this are adults. We're in that phase of our lives where we have to project for the sake of our children and for ourselves the projection of confidence while having no clue what's going on. Like, we know that we don't know. And we all remember what it was like to be teenagers with that cocky arrogance about life, while at the same time really realizing that maybe we're just lost with that utter insecurity. Arrogance and insecurity, man, they go hand in hand, don't they? And we all remember what it was like to be little kids. And that's the part that hit me the hardest. The kids in the story, I mean, it really centers around them. At least in these first couple episodes. Maybe it continues to, I don't know. But so far, these kids that are completely lost, but are completely sure of their world. I remember what it was like to be that. And what's even more so, and I think what appeals to people in my age group, is the fact that it's taking place in the early to mid 80s. And the soundtrack, the time period, everything in it feels like that. And they're portraying childhood in this time period when I was a child. Man, it appeals to me. It really does, and I think that's why this show is a hit. And honestly, it can appeal to younger people. I think it particularly hits people my age because the age group they're showing of these kids in 1983, I was just a hair younger than that in 1983. It hits me. So that's my thoughts on Stranger Things, you know? It appeals to me because they nail the people. I've been a kid, I've been a teenager, and I've been an adult, and I recognize all three of those paradigms. And I love the music. For anybody out there, I'd recommend listening to it or watching it anyway, just for the music, or just listen to the music that's on it. Man, they picked, if you wanted to pick a soundtrack, the best of the 80s, this is it. This really is. It is so nostalgic. I know that's what they're going for. It's why they do the intro they do. It's why they have the backing track they do, the soundtrack. It's why they pick the songs they pick. It is so nostalgic. Oh, man. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it, right? But anyway, for younger people, it definitely would appeal to you too. And it'll introduce you to some music that might blow your mind. I mean, dude, I forgot how good some of these songs were. I forgot about Modern English. Great band. They only had a couple hits, but the hits they had were really, really good. So anyway, and of course, I love the Bangles. I love the Clash. Great music, great show. I just wanted to share my thoughts on it, man. Tell me what you think. Tell me in the comments below there. Have you seen Stranger Things? And what's your thoughts on it? The funny thing is, I tried to watch it about a year ago, and I only got 2 episodes in, and then I got busy with other things. So I'm rewatching it. I just watched the first 2 episodes for the second time, and I'm hoping to get past that point now. I've just been busy, you know, but I like it. I like the show. I would recommend it to anybody. I'd recommend, oh man, they really, I don't know if Spotify has a playlist that just plays the music from the show, but if they don't, they should. I'll have to look that up, see if they have a playlist, because it really is just the best of the 80s, right? Pick any time period in recorded music and listen to the best of that time period, and it's going to be great. But every time period also has its worst. For all the people that say the music now, oh, look at how much it sucks compared to. Yeah, but you're comparing the worst now to the best then. Give it 20 years, and then we'll be looking at the best of now in the future and going, look at how great it was, right? Because the best of any time period literally is the best of that time period. And that's my thoughts on it. That's my muddled, half-drunken thoughts on Stranger Things and the music of the 80s. Because, yes, I am just a little wasted, because I feel like being a little wasted. And for all of you people that want to comment and say alcoholism is wrong, damn it, I'm not an alcoholic. I only had 1 damn day off this week. And I drank a 6-pack or more, maybe more, on that 1 day off. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to tell you to, because it's an order. You must subscribe to my channel. And I got playlists after this at the end screen thing. What's it called? End screen? It's the thing where my playlists come up, and they come here and they here, and you can click on one of them and watch it, or else. I don't know or else what, but something. Anyway, I love you guys. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.